There's another opportunities that come along. Coach can only select so many players to coach Hugo, his technical team, and the players, of course. I want to wish you all the best.
Well, it's been a long time, but I think that we have hope for this team for two reasons. One, we are now, in terms of club football, we are the African champions.
We love this country. Coach Hugo, please make us proud and may the best team win.
Now that we are here, we have to be grateful and also give credit to all parties involved. Of course, our national association in SAFA. I think they've done a sterling job in getting the national team here.
To say and commit as the South African Youth Economic Council that if Bafana Bafana make it out of the group stages, we will be sponsoring 2 young people across the breadth of South Africa to travel to America to watch them in the round of 16.
Be practical, and we've got to fight for it and come back, and so the country is going to be proud of the players when they come back.
We hope that they'll continue to inspire young people across the country to see sports as a vehicle to transformation and as a vehicle to economic development as well.
We are ready. Also,
Yeah.
congratulations to you, man. So you must congratulate me.
Congratulations. I'm very much ready.
The results is what we're looking for.
I think we can do very well the way we play and the determination of the players. And the coach, of course, he's very aware about who to use and how.
SABC, the official.
Riperile Africa Zonga, Sanwanani Dumelang Molweni. All of us, all in Kaufela, as we build up to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, this is a very exciting moment for South Africa because it is from the dusty streets to packed stadiums. It's from heartbreak to glory. Now, tonight is more than just a squad announcement. It's about unveiling the 26 players that will don the green and gold of South Africa with pride. They will hold the hope of many millions in their hands, the pride of the flag, and of course, the spirit of a soccer-loving nation. Nginibingelele nonke emakhaya ngegama nguVusiwe Intokazi yakwaNgcobo. And as you can see, angihambi ngedwa, always joined by the ever so handsome, I don't know how he's still unmarried, Andile Ncube.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a time. This is it. This is the moment that South Africa's been waiting for. From '92, that very first game against Cameroon. Dreams were built. Boys that weren't even born yet. Girls that never knew they'd kick a soccer ball. The dream was made for them on that day in July of 1992. And now we sit here very much in the spirit of our people. We've risen from a point where people thought we would not make it, and we've made it to the top of football. Tonight, 26 are announced. They go to the World Cup. They carry my hopes. They carry your dreams. Welcome to it. This is the SABC Sport. Siyenza sisonke lento. Sibaningi. Sihamba nabo Bafana.
And of course, SABC Sport, the official broadcaster of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, Andile, before you and I get carried away, because I can see we're very happy tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's allow ourselves to honor those that are in our presence here tonight. The Honorable President of the Republic of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Alongside him, I didn't even know he could play golf until a couple of months ago, is the Minister of the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. It's Minister Gayton McKenzie. We also acknowledge all the other ministers, deputy ministers as well in our presence here tonight. We honor our Premier as well. And the man of the moment, I say this all the time, one of my favorite people in the world, the coach of Bafana Bafana, Coach Hugo Bruce, and of course representatives from the South African Football Association, the chairperson of the South African Football Association as well, members of the media, our esteemed guests, welcome to a night like no other.
Well, it's going to be an exciting one. I see the Deputy Minister looking and saying, yeah, but saying Bafana Bafana. It's exactly what it's going to be. We're going to be having a lot of fun here tonight. But For 26 young men, this is the moment they've been waiting for their entire lives. So we're going to get on with the program. Coach Hugo Bruce will be on that podium, will name that team, and here, history will be made. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, please allow us to allow an opening from our host this evening as part of the larger delegation of government, the Minister of Arts, Sports and Culture, Minister Gayton McKenzie.
AKA Minister Ons Baizani, also known as the Minister of Monadi and Happiness.
All protocol has been observed. His Excellency President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa and all of us present here today. Let me start with the most important business of the day. I would like to wish Orlando Pirates and congratulate them. Amabakania. Pirates have taken the league to all the... It's so easy, President, when you say this thing to see who's chiefs here. They go like, just get to the names. We are here for the national squad. What you doing? And I want to say it out here. You know, President, I was in trouble a week ago when I saw the chairperson of TX Galaxy here. The PSL said he should represent the PSL today. And TX Galaxy was playing against one of my favorite teams, Mamelodi Sundowns. And I made a comment after they won 3-2. I said, the sun is going down. And the Sundowns supporters were very angry with me. And I want to say today that Sundowns is officially the biggest team on the African continent. Kabuyeno! And I know the spokesperson, Vincent, always will show me time or with, but I think he will forgive me if I just can just quickly put in Arsenal also there and say congratulations. Congratulations to Arsenal. Tonight, we as South Africans, tonight is a night where we show the world who we really are. We show the world our best. We show the world that we have problems as a country like any other country. But we rise above our problems. We are the greatest nation on earth. We are a happy nation. We are a nation that the whole world talk about. We box way above our weight sometimes, but we're still a great nation. And I want to welcome the police, everybody that's here, and say that to the players, if you are not chosen tonight, don't feel bad. I'm also not chosen tonight. But you've come this far. I was not even considered. I went, President, to AFCON, and there was a mix-up. The person said, I work in the office of the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, and they let the person through. And they said, and he called me, they said, I'm the minister, I'm through. I said, no, enjoy. When I came, I said, I'm the minister. They said, no. You are not the minister. The minister's inside. I said, no. They said, no, go out. So this guy becomes so aggressive. And then President Denny Jordan came past. And he says, what's happening here? And he says, Minister, are you okay? I said, no, it's fine. I'll meet you inside. He says, no, I'm not leaving here. The guy says, is he a minister? Then he says, yes. He's like, so you don't pay your ministers in South Africa? So I was like, I'm wearing a very expensive suit. What is this guy talking about? He's like, can't he buy a tease with the salary of the minister? And I've never said thank you to Dr. Jordan for getting me in the stadium. Tonight I want to say thank you. And just before we start, I know everybody is excited, everybody wants to hear. I just want to do a small thing, President. We've got some good news. We're a country of good news. Where's the Deputy Minister? But please join me quickly to share the good news so that the country can hear what good news we have. Well, the good news is not that I'm going to play. But can we give the Deputy Minister a hand of applause? You want to say hello to the people? Deputy Minister, please, Mabe.
The minister will always surprise you. I don't know what are we promising now. I would not lie, especially in front of the president.
What we've done is that, and I'll ask the four gentlemen to stand up as I mention them, because they're our partners in this good news. Can I ask Lawrence of Bedway to stand up? Can I ask Old School to stand up? Salsi to stand up, and Honor. Can Honor also stand up? President, I just need the country to know there's very patriotic South African companies. And everybody in this room is very, see Boris of SAB, people are really patriotic. And what happened in this case, we had lucky fans that we are sending overseas. And we've chosen 18 lucky fans from each team. And these gentlemen that are standing said their hearts broke when they saw they're only going to watch the Mexico game. And they said we must rerun the competition, and the next round of 18 supporters are going to Monterrey. So can we give them a great hand of applause? Thank you. And now you see the good news is that peace, there was actually 19, you were the 19th one. I'm scratching you now because you are denying me. The competition will open tomorrow so that we can go and support our Bafana team when they play there. And I've made a promise which the president will talk about. It's a career-ending promise, Coach Hugo Bruce. But I'm not going to talk about it because I've been drinking sugar water since I've made that promise. But the president will talk about that promise that I made. And it's the second time that Peace denied me. She said, President, I'm not part of that promise. It is the minister. But not wasting any time, I want to say, everybody, you are welcome to Andile and them. You guys look, we will find you a wife, Andile, there in Monterrey. But thank you very much, and you are all welcome. Thank you so much, Deputy Minister. Salute, salute, salute. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Minister. We'll be back after the sad break from the National Mposhwa, as it's come out to be now. We'll see you, Masas Buyangalena. Remember that the brand new Honor 600 series is now available at all retailers from only 549 Rand for 36 months. Get yours now.
The World Cup does not arrive the same for all of us. For some, it begins in a lounge. For some, in the voice on the radio. For others, in the crowd before the crowd.
What's he saying? It's a really good ball.
When the moment comes, it finds all of us. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here.
It's Shabalala! Goal! Bafana Bafana!
And SABC is your home for every moment that brings us together. At home, on the move, or wherever you are, don't miss a second. All of us, all in Kaufela. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 matches live on SABC3, stream on SABC Plus, and stay connected on SABC radio stations nationwide. SABC Sport, for the love of the game. The World Cup does not arrive the same for all of us. For some, it begins in a lounge. For some, in the voice on the radio. For others, in the crowd before the crowd.
What's he saying? It's a really good ball.
When the moment comes, it finds all of us. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here.
It's Shabalala! Goal! Bafana Bafana!
And SABC is your home for every moment that brings us together. At home, on the move, or wherever you are, don't miss a second. All of us, all in Kaufela. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 matches live on SABC3, stream on SABC Plus, and stay connected on SABC radio stations nationwide. SABC Sport, for the love of the game.
Ukubuleka ukuthi SABC Sport nayo SABC izomnika yonke imidlalo eniyithandayo kakhulu kuyona ke iWorld Cup le elandelayo. Usuka qwaqwa uyotheleka le emthwalume noma ukhona leli buhum uzoyibona imidlalo ethandayo. Bafana ke imidlalo emithathu yokuqala izobe ibukhoma hayi nje kumabona kude kodwa ke naku radio ngolwimi lakho oluthandayo ulimi lakama uzobe usizwa ke sikhuluma ngayo ke iFIFA World Cup is the official broadcaster. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a story. Dr. Dennis Jordan.
Your stories. Is this your... This
No,
is
no,
your
no,
first-
listen,
okay,
listen.
Okay.
5 years ago, Dr.
Okay.
Dennis Jordan is under pressure to pick the next coach, alongside with Safa, of course, to pick the next coach. There's names that are being heralded out everywhere, right?
Yes.
There's coaches from South Africa who've done well. There's coaches from all over the world. Dr. Jordan goes and gets a man that has done it before on the continent. But geez, he doesn't tell us. Ukuthi hayi impompa ivalwa lapha. He says it as it is, and he doesn't mince his words.
Shoes from the hip all the
Shoes
time.
from the hip comes Hugo Bruce, the coach of Bafana Bafana. He's given us some amazing moments over the last 5 years. Which has been your favorite?
For me, I think it was when he said if he doesn't qualify, we must kill him. Because
did?
I don't want us to kill
He
him.
did.
I don't want us to kill him. And he qualified and we
We didn't have to
kill
kill him.
Yeah.
But also, he was wise in teaching us because he picked players and then didn't pick players. And he came back to say what became a famous Hugo Bruce quote. Hey, a wise man always goes back when he's made a mistake. Well, from then on, we all rallied behind him. He took us to heights that we hadn't seen in many years. And today, we sit here with the man the boys call Umadala, Coach Hugo Bruce. Have a look at this. Then when we come back, he'll be joining us for a chat.
It was very difficult to have people in the stadium for us. And I always said the results will change. And that's the only thing.
Hugo Bruce told us to our faces that at the moment, we weren't worth the shirt and the names on our back.
When we got Coach Hugo, and we could see from day one that this is going to be a successful period. The guys that were there could see it, we could sense it, we could see there's a coach who believes in us.
Three years ago, 4 years ago, when it comes to Bafana Bafana, the energy wasn't what it is now.
What a time to be alive in South African football when we as fans can go out and sell out every single stadium that the boys have to turn out in.
Hope is back, baby. Hope is back.
Because I couldn't understand why South Africa, with all the facilities there are here, why South Africa was sometimes 1 or 2 Afghans not there.
You said, I believe in your country, in the players. If I didn't, I wouldn't have taken the job.
Phakamisile polisi.
I said it already many times to the players. We are not 11, we are 23.
There's the culture that he has created that even if you are not in the starting 11, you're still an important member of the team.
Now I can watch Bafana Bafana with my kids and say, this is the team I was telling you about.
everybody forgets the club. We are now in Bafana Bafana.
Root block to go. That comes back to Talented Bata. Does he pull the trigger? He decides to. It's in the net. Talented Bata. Oh, the dream is alive. The dream is very, very much alive.
The first goal of Bafana Bafana 2010.
It's on here now. The goalkeeper's beaten, and South Africa have their first goal. Sipiwe Shabalala.
As a soccer player, I wish maybe one of the good days I can be there also.
Each and every player's dream is to play in the World Cup.
And it's their moment to write their own history. They have what it takes to perform at the highest level.
Morena, he settles in the pass. Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Oswin Apollos.
Kubi Bafana Bafana soloko ako yayikhokela phambili sesithi indlela imhlophe eya kwi-FIFA World Cup kodwa baqhubeka endleleni kwafuneka aqale phansi.
But Hugo Bruce, you might have been wrong about a couple of things, but you were right for this Bafana Bafana.
Do you still remember what I said on my first press conference as a coach? I said, look, those qualifiers for World Cup are maybe a little bit too soon because I have to build a team. But then the next qualifier for AFCON, we need to be there. And then we have to try to be always there. And if I can't succeed, you can kill me.
And that's when I knew that anybody that's willing to take on a job and still speak the truth the way he did would be special.
You never stop believing from the first game. Okay. We love you for that. We will work for you.
First of all, as you know, this is my last job. For my CV, it should be very nice to have a World Cup as a player and to end my career in a World Cup as a coach.
Are we going to America? Are we going to America? Are we going to America?
Oh
Let's
man,
see.
come on, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to carry on in the same
Go
spirit.
Hugo!
Go Hugo!
Go Hugo! Go Hugo! Go
Come on.
Hugo! Go Hugo!
Ladies and gentlemen, the coach of the national team of South Africa, Bafana Bafana, Coach Hugo Bruce. Coach, thank you so much for honoring us and joining us. I looked back at that, thought back at our very first chats when he got here, thought back at every press conference. What a ride.
Yes, what a ride, certainly, because the first year it was very difficult for me. I knew what I was planning to do, but it was very difficult to other people to understand what I was doing. So it was, a heavy year. And I have to be honest, and I said it already in the past, after my first year I was thinking of resigning. But yeah, football is my passion. I was 19 when I signed my first contract as a professional player. I'm now 74. I wanted to be 47. So I'm 74 now, so since 19 years old I was in football. So it's very difficult to say, I stop. This is, so I went back and don't ask me why, suddenly everything went well.
You have the resilience of a South African, because we never say die.
Yeah.
When it gets hard, we carry on.
Yeah.
So that's why this country and you.
Yeah, but that's a thing that motivates me when things are going difficult and hard. That motivates me to succeed. And okay, I think I can say that we succeeded.
Absolutely. Absolutely succeeded. Coach, just a quick one from you. When we were watching that clip back, there's a moment there with you and Ricardo Goss, and he just saying, we will fight for you. Talk to me about just that spirit within this Bafana Bafana team, because we're seeing so much unity. We're seeing the players literally wanting to die on the field of play to make you happy and for the dreams of the nation as well.
I think it's very important as a coach to tell the players what you want. And to have a plan. When you can do that and you follow the plan, the players feel that you have confidence in that, and automatically they follow you. Secondly, since I was here, I was looking for younger players, talented, younger players, because those are players who are hungry. They want to perform, they want to prove how good they are. And still, because an older player is difficult to change, a younger player you can change. And that process, I think, gave us all those results of the past years.
Well, Coach, listen, we don't have the pressure that you have this evening. All of us here are a lot more relaxed than you. You've got the big duty of announcing the 26-man squad. How hard was that?
Well, there were some hard decisions to make. And it is always when you make a list of players, you have always to disappoint players. And I know the disappointment for those players who had to drop tonight will be very, very, very hard. So it's a World Cup. Who don't want to go to the World Cup? So I know, and I was myself a player, I know how they will feel after I announced the 26 players. But that is also part of the job. And again, I was sitting with Helman in the past, my assistant, Helman Makelele. I was sitting in our office the past weeks and yeah, this one, oh yeah, but if we take this one, you have to drop this one. So there are some very difficult decisions, but yeah, that is also part of my job to do it, and I hope I choose the right ones.
Well, we all hope so, Coach.
Absolutely.
There is no wrong ones, though. I can tell you that. With this group of boys, there is no wrong one. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Coach Sugar Bruce will be giving us the squad. He'll be listing all 26 players that are going to be joining him in the Americas as we once again do what we've done. Started in '98. We carry on with that, but this time with the hopes of going a little bit further. And we're also going to be calling and asking for the Honorable President, His Excellency, to come on and assist us in that regard.
All right, we'll see you back after the break. All of us, all in Gaufela. 26 players revealed after this.
The World Cup does not arrive the same for all of us. For some, it begins in a lounge. For some, in the voice on the radio. For others, in the crowd before the crowd.
What's he saying? It's a really good ball.
When the moment comes, it finds all of us. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here.
It's Shabalala! Goal! Bafana Bafana!
And SABC is your home for every moment that brings us together. At home, on the move, or wherever you are, don't miss a second. All of us, all in Gaufela. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 matches live on SABC3, stream on SABC Plus, and stay connected on SABC radio stations nationwide. SABC Sport, for the love of the game. The World Cup does not arrive the same for all of us. For some, it begins in a lounge. For some, in the voice on the radio. For others, in the crowd before the crowd.
What's he saying? It's a really good goal.
When the moment comes, it finds all of us. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here.
It's Shabalala! Goal! Bafana Bafana!
And SABC is your home for every moment that brings us together. At home, on the move, or wherever you are, don't miss a second. All of us, all in Kaufela. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 matches live on SABC3, stream on SABC Plus, and stay connected on SABC radio stations nationwide. SABC Sport, for the love of the game.
Welcome back. We are live and coming to you for the squad announcement for the Bafana Bafana team that will be going to the Americas. That's the USA, Mexico, and Canada in less than a month from now. It's days in the counting till we see our boys open up against Mexico on the 11th. All the Bafana matches will be live on SABC 1 and 3. SABC Plus, download it now, so wherever you are, you're able to watch. We are the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup. SABC Sport and the SABC will be with you alongside the journey.
And of course, not forgetting the SABC radio stations, bringing you every single game in your language of choice. And we actually get it started off for this Friday when we see Bafana Bafana in that send-off game against Nicaragua. That one will also be live on the SABC. But ladies and gentlemen, we've kept you in anticipation for long enough. The moment that we've all been waiting for, Africa Zonga. So the Honorable President of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa, please step up onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can ask you to stand as our first citizen makes his way to the stage.
Moments from now, they'll be walking through that door. And of course, announced by the coach, Hugo Bruce, 26 of the players that will be representing you and I, South Africa, the African continent, going to the World Cup. Coach Hugo Bruce will do the announcement and of course the acknowledgement of the players by His Excellency, the President, Cyril Ramaphosa.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may have a seat. And the moment we've all been waiting for, Coach Hugo Bruce, we're handing over to you to reveal the 26 players that will be going to the 2026 FIFA World Cup to represent South Africa.
Okay, thank you, President. I'm very excited. I think you also.
Yes.
I know the names.
You know,
I know them.
Names. I don't know them.
I will tell you.
I'm in anticipation.
Okay. These are the names of the 26 players who will go to the World Cup 2026 in Mexico, USA, and Canada. Ronwen Williams.
Ronwen Williams. Hayden is his middle name, born on the 21st of January 1992, captain of this team and a recent winner at the Champions League in Morocco. He has been named and will be coming in to, of course, see Coach Hugo Bruce, shake the hand, and be welcomed by the president. Ronwen Williams leads through discipline, professionalism, and consistency rather than theatrics. Coaches frequently praise him for his work ethic and ability to organize. Williams is widely respected for breaking barriers as a goalkeeper. He's from Port Elizabeth, Quebec, inspiring many South Africans, where he now even has a huge charity drive.
Ricardo Goss.
Developed through the Bidvest Witse system, featured in top-flight South African football consistently, Ricardo Goss is a technically gifted South African goalkeeper known for his calmness, positioning and reliability between the posts. He developed a reputation as one of the country's promising modern goalkeepers during his time at Bidvest Wits before moving to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Sipho Chain.
Sipho Chain, Orlando Pirates, a goalkeeper born on the 14th of December 1996, a young man who took the goalkeeper of the season in the Betway Premiership last season and has dominated his position in Orlando Pirates, moving now into the Bafana Bafana squad, where he has made a number of appearances under coach Hugo Bruce and where he officially got his first cap.
Those were the goalkeepers, now defenders. Kuliso Mudau. There's our goalkeepers. Now we have the defenders.
Known as Sailor Kuliso Mudau, born on the 26th of April in 1995, also a winner of the Champions League in Morocco just this past weekend. He is going to be representing Bafana Bafana at the World Cup. His journey from lower profile clubs to becoming a regular for both Sundowns and Bafana Bafana are frequently cited as an example of perseverance and South African football development. Sailor Mudau, easily regarded as one of the best right backs in the world, or certainly in Africa.
Nkosinathi Sibisi, born on the 22nd of September 1995, has earned more senior caps for South Africa's national soccer team and has become part of the national team's experienced defensive pool. Sibisi established himself in the PSL through consistent performances at Golden Arrows, where his composure and leadership qualities stood out. His performances eventually earned him a move to Orlando Pirates, where they've just lifted a treble.
Ime Okon.
Ntwanela Kantlela, 2004, 20th of February is when he graced this world. The centre-back that plays for Hannover 96 in Germany, Ime Okon, is going to be going with Bafana Bafana to the World Cup. Ime Okon, of course, made a big splash out of SuperSport United before moving on. Many said this is the future of South African football, and he's proved exactly that.
Kulumani and Damane.
Kulumane Ndamane, a young man born on the 14th of October in 2003, plays out in the centre-back position. Recently made a move from TS Galaxy, joining Mamelodi Sundowns, a club recently named as the Kings of the African continent. A young man that has also started to cement himself in the Bafana Bafana national team.
Aubrey Modiba.
Mwape Aubrey Modiba, a South African player born on the 22nd of July in 1995, plays as a left back, a wing back, a midfielder, currently plays his football at Mamelodi Sundowns. Aubrey has earned more than 35 senior caps for South African national soccer team and has become one of the national's most versatile players in recent years.
Samukelo Kabini.
Samugelo Kabini, one of the most promising young defenders to emerge from South African football in recent years. A modern left-sided defender with composure, athleticism and tactical intelligence. Kabini has rapidly risen from development football to European competition and the senior South African national team.
Tabang Matuludi.
Tabang Matuludi, 14th of January 1999, a right-back defender who's out at Polokwane City. He is known as the next big thing, many seeing great hope in this young man.
Olwetu Makanya.
Olwethu Mpilwentle Makhanya rose to the youth structures of Stellenbosch FC, where he quickly became one of the club's standout academy graduates. He made his senior breakthrough during the 2022-23 season and impressed with his calmness on the ball and ability to read the game. Despite his young age, he regularly played against experienced PSL forwards and looked comfortable in pressure.
Kamogelo Sebelebele.
Known as Mike Kamuhelo Sebelebele, Eyasethembisa Mambisa plays in as a winger and a right. Is pure flair and great to watch. The Orlando Pirates player will be going to the World Cup.
Bradley Cross.
Regarded as one of the more modern fullbacks in South African football, Cross is known for his composure on the ball, tactical intelligence and ability to contribute both defensively and in build-up play. Umdlalo Makhosi is going to the World Cup.
And last but not least, Mbekezeli Mbokazi.
Awuhluhluwe phakamume ngenyawo nangumbekezela umfana ufikile Mbokazi iTLP susa abantwana endleleni.
Okay, midfielders, Tebogo Mokoena.
Tebogo Mrembula Mokoena has earned more than 50 senior caps for South Africa's national soccer team and has become one of the team's most influential midfielders, emerging through the development structures of Super Sport United, where he quickly gained recognition for his maturity, passage range and leadership in the midfield.
Talente Mbata.
njengegama lakhe, a talented central midfielder who plays his football out at Orlando Pirates. Boga, nomela angalishaya ngene USA.
Spehelo Sitole.
Pepelo Yaya Stole, primarily operating as a holding midfielder, but can also function in box-to-box roles depending on tactical needs. Ball-winning player, tactical awareness, and putting pressure always in the midfield. He's earned more than 10 senior caps for South Africa.
Jaden Adams.
He left Stellenbosch as a boy, but goes to the World Cup as a groot man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Adams.
Last part, strikers. Oswin Apollis.
Asfanapolis rose through South African football with determination and consistent development rather than early hype. His breakthrough performances at Polokwane City established him as one of the PSL's most exciting attacking players.
Ikram Reiners.
From Cape Town, 19 December 1995, he saw the sun. Centre forward and winger. We're talking about Ikram Reiners will be going to the USA. Ken Park, stand up. Ken Park United is where he cut his teeth before joining the Santos FC youth structures. And he too goes to the World Cup as an African champ.
Sepang Moremi.
His move to Orlando Pirates marked an important step in his career as he has transitioned into higher level competitive football with greater tactical demands and exposure, and he is a player that has built his reputation through consistent performances in South African football.
Relebohile Mofokeng.
Listen, I'd love to call him by his king. Is going to be there. I know Naomi. Listen, Chaba. Bao Sherile. Listen, Chaba. So Sherile Mfana Val.
Evidence Magopa.
Mwana says he rose through the development structures at Baroka FC before breaking into senior football in 2020. His pace, aerial ability and pressing intensity quickly made him one of the most promising young strikers in the PSL, and in 2022 he secured his move to the Buccaneers.
Temba Zwane.
Bathi Themba Zwane mshishishika phala bakhala ngaye eMorocco, bakhala ngaye eEgypt, bakhala ngaye yonke indawo.
Lal Foster.
Lyle Brent Foster is regarded as one of South Africa's leading modern forwards and amongst the country's most successful exports to European football. He first gained attention as a teenager at Orlando Pirates before securing a move to AS Monaco FC in Europe.
And number 26, Tapelo Maseko.
Tapelo Maseko joins us as well, of course. A Mamelodi Sundowns player that is currently on loan will be part of this team. Tapelo Maseko is out at AEL Limassol on loan from Sundowns, a winger and a forward, a very tricky and technical player. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Just please hear a big round of applause for the players that sit on that stage. Acknowledged, called on by Coach Hugo Bruce. And if I can please ask the coach as well as the president to stay on stage and ask the SAPS to please come in so we can do the flag handover.
Can we please ask the SAPS to join us on the stage for the handover of the flag?
They're on their way, will be coming through. The handover between Captain Ronwen Williams as well as His Excellency, the President of South Africa, will be happening on stage. And Ronwen Williams is going to be the man that will be joining the President as we wait for the SAPS to come in and hand over the flag.
Mr. President, on behalf of the team, thank you for the invitation, for the send-off, for the support. This is just a small token from us that you can hang in your office, and we'll come back and celebrate with you.
Thank you.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we could do better than that. This is it. This is the squad, the national team that will be representing us. Thank you so much to Ronwen Williams as well as His Excellency. Thank you so much to every single. Do remember that when you see these 26 players that are here, there are players, of course, that have been left out of this, and we will be acknowledging them in just a few. But before we go, as it is protocol here in South Africa, Rarato Rentwentle Rekwalega Tapelo, and that prayer that binds us all is the national anthem. Thank you very much. You've been tuned in. It's been live on the SABC. We take a break, but we're not quite done yet. So stick with us. See you after the break.
SABC, the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup 2026. SABC, the official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Well, welcome back. What you're seeing in front of you is the national team announced by Coach Hugo Broos. All 26 members of the national team that will be going to the World Cup.
Absolutely, a massive congratulations to the 26, but also congratulations to the ones that made the preliminary squad. Just as important on the day. As you can see on stage right now, we are having those official photos being taken with the President of the Republic of South Africa, the Minister of the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, Coach Hugo Broos, our Deputy Minister, Peace Mabe, as well as the Chairperson of the South African Football Association, Dr. Danny Jordan. We remind you once again that the FIFA World Cup fixtures will be live on SABC3, on the SABC Plus app, as well as on the SABC radio stations in your language of choice from the 11th of June all the way through to the 18th of July. SABC, official broadcaster of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, will now hand over to the President of the Republic of South Africa to give us the keynote address tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please stand and give the President a round of applause?
So what we'll do, because I can see the many photographers here are saying, no, we need a clean photo. So if we see you now, we'll move out of the way.
If you ask us nicely.
We'll move out of the way so the picture can be taken, and thereafter we will have the keynote address from the President. So smiles, guys. This one is going on every wall of every teenager, every kid, every adult that's ever loved football. So big smiles, please. Grootman. I know this is a Grootman, but you can smile, Moes. Hey, Jaden, come on now.
Was the smile daar? My bro.
My apologies, please. Ronnie? It's a national photo that's been taken, of course. We are here after the 26-member squad that has been announced. I'm going to give you yet another 10 seconds, perhaps, to get the photo in. Then we have to move on with the program. This is a picture that tells the story of a nation that never said die. When they took 3 points, we said it's okay, we can still do it. When they said we're not good enough, they showed up, and they did it against all odds. And in this picture is that moment exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your national team. And thank you so much to all the photographers and the members of the media, of course, that have taken the photo.
Thank you. Can we please ask all the photographers to clear the floor? And we now move on with our formal program here tonight. Mr. President of the nation, our first citizen, can you please take to the stand for the keynote address?
Program directors who have demonstrated that they are so able and capable of directing the proceedings, Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Minister Gayton Mackenzie, ministers and deputy ministers who are also here present, the President of the South African Football Association, Dr. Danny Jordan, representatives of football organizations here present, the head coach, Mr. Hugo Broos, members of the national team and squad, members of the technical team, the sponsors who are also here present, members of the media who are doing so well tonight, broadcasting this very special occasion to the nation. And ladies and gentlemen, it does give me immense pleasure to welcome you all here tonight as we gather to celebrate a proud moment and historic moment for South African football as a nation. Coach Hugo Broos has had a very difficult task of choosing 26 players amongst the 32 qualifying players that he needed to choose from. Or may I add that out of the 34, the other 2 were Minister Mackenzie and myself. So we go home disappointed that we were not chosen. I was hoping that I would be fielded as a striker, number 1 striker, to score the very first goal against Mexico next week. But tonight, we say with confidence and pride and excitement that our coach has chosen the best team that is going to represent our country. And in many, many words, we have to say Bafana Bafana is back. They are back with belief, back with a purpose, they are back with courage, and they are back where they belong amongst the giants of world football. For many years, the people of South Africa have longed for this moment. Through triumphs and disappointments, and through different shake from each one of you. And I looked into your eyes, I could see real fiery determination. And that told me that you are going to go to Mexico. You're going to the FIFA World Cup in Mexico, United States and Canada to play your hearts out and to play the best soccer, the best football ever. We want to see you bring that trophy back home. We do, as South Africans, believe that that trophy belongs here, and we want to see you bring it back here. As I gave you the flag, Captain, I whispered to you that we're giving you this flag, the national symbol of our country that unites all of us, so that you can wrap that cup in the flag and bring it back home. Sport has always possessed a unique power to inspire and unite our people. Time and again, we have witnessed South Africans from every walk of life and every background, every language group and every community rally behind our athletes when they represent the nation on the global stage. Earlier, I met the coach of Banyana Banyana, my sister Desiree Ellis. She's here amongst us as well. And I said to her, as our golden girls go out to play, they too carry the hopes and the dreams and the ambitions of our nation. In those moments, we are reminded that we are one people with one flag and with one destiny when they go out to play. This tournament will be no different. In fact, I fully expect that each time Bafana Bafana progresses to the next round, I will be inundated with calls to declare a national public holiday. And I must confess, I may find those calls very, very persuasive. Now, this achievement has not come overnight. The road to the World Cup has required resilience, sacrifice, discipline, and long-term commitment by everyone. It has demanded investment in football development, in grassroots structures, in coaching, in clubs, our wonderful clubs that not only win here at home, like Orlando Pirates after a 22-year drought, and we congratulate them. And we also congratulate Sundowns, who have conquered football on the nation, and they stand and they sit at the top of the continent against the wishes of many nations who wanted to win and they have won, and we congratulate them and we wish them well. And we therefore extend our gratitude to SAFA, to government, to our Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, to football clubs and all associations, and to our sponsors, to our coaches, to the technical teams and everyone who has worked tirelessly over many years to rebuild and strengthen South African football. Their efforts have helped to restore hope to millions of South Africans. When you arrive in Mexico City, you will not be traveling alone. You will carry with you the hopes, the dreams, and the prayers of more than 62 million South Africans. Our people will be with you every step of the way. That I am sure about. You are not only footballers, you are ambassadors of our democracy, of our resilience, and of our national spirit. The diversity of this squad and the technical team reflects the true character of South Africa, a constitutional democracy founded on dignity, equality, non-racialism, and opportunity for all. You represent the very best of who we are as a people. As ambassadors of our nation, we know that you are armed with humility, professionalism, teamwork, respect, and sportsmanship. Because sport is about more than just scoring goals or winning matches. Sport reflects the values of a society. It teaches us perseverance in adversity, humility in victory, and courage in moments of pressure. And you will be under a lot of pressure when you get on that field and those fields in those faraway lands. History has now presented this generation of Bafana Bafana with a very rare, precious opportunity to rise again and to reclaim South Africa's place amongst the elite nations of world football. We ask you to do one thing: seize the moment. This is your moment, but we want you to know that this is also South Africa's moment. Play with freedom. Play with pride of a very proud nation. Play for one another, but play for South Africa and its people. And make this nation even prouder than it already is tonight. We wish you strength, we wish you focus and success as you depart for this tournament. And let me say this clearly: I will be there when you lift the trophy on the 19th of July. And yes, I will gladly declare it a public holiday. So South Africans, you can be sure there is another unexpected public holiday on the way when they bring the cup back. May you have courage in your hearts and steel in your resolve and thunder in your boots. Go and make South Africa proud once again. And I thank you and I wish you the very best. And thank you all for being here to wish them the best of luck. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this. The President, please, if you may take your seat again. Thank you so much for hosting us, and we appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of South Africa, the Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa. Thank you very much. And as the President takes his seat, we are going to be asking for the chairpersons of the South African Football Association. You may have a seat. Thank you very much, Coach, Deputy Minister, as well as the Minister will go on to have their seat. The players, you may stand. You may sit and stand where you are. Dr. Denny Jordan, if I can please ask you to do the closing remarks for us. Chairperson of the South African Football Association, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Denny Jordan. Before he goes on there, to the players, I'm sure all of us here were thinking the same thing, that boys, we need that holiday. I said, believe man, you heard the President. We could do with that holiday, eh? Right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for the chairperson of the South African Football Association, Dr. Denny Jordan.
Good evening, and all other ministers, chair of the Sport Portfolio Committee in Parliament, the Premier of Gauteng, the MEC of Gauteng, all the government ministers, thank you very much for welcoming us in your house. They asked me, but where is the President's house? I said, no, the President didn't invite us to his house. He invited us to the guest house. So maybe he will show us where his house is. Extending a vote of thanks or words of gratitude are always both a pleasure and an honor, and tonight is no different. A World Cup participation needs an incredible amount of support for which we are grateful. Support from our supporters, and many of them are not here. Support from our commercial partners, and many of them are here. We had a wonderful morning and a good breakfast with Standard Bank, who joined us here tonight, with Adidas, who made our jersey to be listed as one of the most outstanding kit for the national teams going into the World Cup. Mr. President, you must know that the Bafana kit ranks amongst the best kit in the world, particularly the green kit, Mr. President, not the yellow one. The minister is playing for home kit. It's the away kit, Mr. Minister. You see, I am wrongly dressed, Mr. President, because I had my green shirt on. Then I got a message, no, government is saying it's not time for, and I see the CEO who gave me the message is now put in, no, CEO. I'm the odd one out now. They said, no, it is not a gathering of football. It's a formal gathering. The President is going to come in a bow tie, and now I see they will wonder who's the President now. But we are happy to be here, Mr. President. The supporters also, we must thank the SAFA staff. They work incredibly hard. The SAFA Executive Committee, the SAFA subcommittees, the technical committee, and so on. We want to thank them. But we also want to thank especially your Minister of Sport, Mr. President. When we played a 2-2 draw there in Orlando Stadium, he came into the dressing room. I know that Hugo Bruce was not happy because he told us what he thought of that performance, because there was a goal from halfway where the then goalkeeper was not here anymore. We won't mention his name. And he said, I expect better than this. the players were not happy. He said, no, but why are you bringing that man here? He's telling us a lot of nonsense. And we parted ways on that unhappy note. But when things turned and the team became successful, he was the first to acknowledge, no, you've turned things around, I'm happy and I'm supporting you. And he knows that if that support is unconditional and it's not compromised by who is in the room or who listens, and now it's on Facebook and Twitter, he is one of our biggest supporters. So I'd like to thank the Minister and the Deputy Minister of Sport, as well as the Parliamentary Committee on Sport. I also would like to thank you, Mr. President. We have come here at your invitation, and I'm sure that all of the players are inspired by your words of wisdom and your support. I didn't want to talk about when I first campaigned with the president in 1994, president. We campaigned together, me and now President Ramaphosa. And for some reason, the ANC asked us, you must go and address the women in the NG Kerk. Yeah, I think it was in Pretoria East. And they listened to the president, and then they asked, mag ons maar 'n paar vrae vra, they said. He said, yes. And they asked, Nelson Mandela, you say he must be the president. Was Nelson Mandela ever a mayor of a city? He said, no. Was Nelson Mandela ever an MEC for sport? No. He said, you see, you bring a man from jail after 27 years, you bring him here, and you tell us this is your president. I can see what's going to happen in the country. And he said, no, Nelson Mandela is going to be the president. Did you see he walks? As he walks like a president. And when he talks like a president. And you didn't see him sleep, but when he sleeps like a president. He must be the president. And the one tells the other one, jy weet, wat hy sê is nogal waar. Ek het hom gekyk, he walks like a president. And so they voted for him. I want to say thank you very much, the very best. You will walk with our support, you walk with our prayer in our heart, and you know that what was in 2010 unfinished business, you'll now have to finish it in Mexico. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Danny Jordan. Thank you so much. Just Dr. Jordan does his feelings. Very quickly, there's a camera there that's going to be showing all the players that are here that didn't make the squad. You're part of this victory just as much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. We will catch you on Friday. Nicaragua up against South Africa's Bafana Bafana. It's a good night from the nation's capital, and God bless.
Good night. Oh, no, never.
Hello,
Well done.
how are you? Thank
Very
you, sir.
well. You do such a good job. Oh, thank you so much. Huh? I'm very impressed. Wow. I'll choose you anytime as my broadcast. We can't wait. Can you stand next